There it is.
That's it. That's
I got the movement
music.
going today.
Gets you all fired up, doesn't it? Yeah, do it, Doc. Do it, Doc.
Oh, I think I hurt my back. Never mind.
My hip. I got my cane
My
back
neck.
here.
My back. My neck and my back.
Look, I got my cane, broken leg,
Well, somebody's got to do
What
it.
happens when you're old and you're military and you get hip replacements and
This is what we would call preaching to the choir.
yeah, that's right.
Because I totally get it. Woo!
Yeah.
Anyway, what's up? Why are we here?
Hey, why are we here? Listen, that's what we're going to talk about. It says Convene Podcast with Rene. I'm not Rene. You're not Rene, but we'll just give.
It does say with Rene?
Yeah, which is all good. But
Where does it say that at?
I don't know what I'm looking at. But look, hey, everyone, if you're watching, let's make some comments, ask some questions here for a couple minutes because I want to talk to Doc here. Doc is the subject of this podcast, and we're going to talk about the accelerator program that I offer and take people through as the person who created this platform. And we have taken Doc through this accelerator program in 2 days. 2 days, Doc. Let's tell people about what the accelerator program has done for you and kind of got you started going.
Well,
right?
First and foremost, what it's done for me is I'm tired. Because I was up till 1 a.m. last night getting all this stuff done. Fantastic, though. Yeah, you talked me into it. I'm on board now. But what we have for everyone, I think, is really going to be beneficial because with all this podcast and stuff that we've been doing, people have been asking, well, how do I start a podcast? What do I do? Well, I'm glad that you asked that question because we have a brand new community, right?
Yeah.
Or group. Or community within a group, or a group within a community.
And then we have groups within the community. Yeah.
Right.
So basically what's happened is we sat down 2 days ago, right? And it all started about 2 days ago. And we talked through it. What would somebody that's going to learn how to podcast, what would they need to do? Because, to get up and running and going. And so we actually drew circles on a sheet of paper, and then you were great enough to take that sheet of paper and turn it into a more professional looking diagram. And from that professional looking diagram, you've actually already taken all of that strategy that we've came up with and created the groups and the proper groups and the proper. Now, all the training's not there yet, but you at least have the infrastructure is built inside of the platform.
Correct.
So talk about that process.
So what we've done, and maybe should we share?
You can share. Absolutely.
Give a preview. What we have done, or what I say we, because Matt has been instrumental in helping me get this going. We decided, hey, there's a lot of interest in podcasting. A lot of people want to do it, but just don't know how. So I'm talking as I'm getting us to the screen here. So what we have done is we've decided to come up with a program, a very, very basic training program. But I think just because it's basic doesn't mean it's not good. So I'm trying to get to the correct. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Can you guys see this?
No, I'm still looking at you, and I'm saying it's not quite.
Well, it's painful. I get it. I mean,
I see it.
Now you know how I feel when I wake up and I look in the mirror every morning. So
yeah, actually go back out to the community groups level. Yeah, let's walk it in here. Oh, yeah, the community level. That's good.
So here we are, right? Podcast group or community, come down and lo and behold, there it is, podcast. So we'll click on that real quick and oh boy, podcast. Let's go to groups. There it is, podcast basics for beginners. So I'm not going to read all of this to you, but you can see and you can go into it, and highly suggest you subscribe to this group community, and you can come in and read it. We have 4 of the 5 or 6 subgroups completed already. Now, Matt, you'll do a better job of explaining this. This is the premier groups, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, you're not out there doing it for free, right? You're going to create content and you're going to create something that'll get people up and running and going. So, 1999 groups, click into that first one there. And so, inside of this first one, it's basically a group for beginners. If you don't know how to do a podcast, right, and you're just getting started, well, one of the key things that we talk about all the time with people is, well, what equipment do you need? Right. And you can see you have your mic. We both have headphones on. We both have a podcaster and all that. So there's different things that you can buy to really help your setup. Unfortunately, I don't have my light on, but I'll have it on for the podcast tonight. So I have lighting in here and all that. But what do you need? What do you need to get started? Are you in a space? Look at the acoustic foam over there. Are you echoing in your room? So there's different things that really can get you going. And you've actually gone and taken the pictures and actually put in to the links to do it. This is what's intimidating to people. And you know that because they just don't know what they might need to get started and do it in a professional way.
correct.
And so when you can, put yourself in a situation, a setting, and with the equipment that you need and look professional and get going, then you're off and running. So you're going to take this and we're going to break this down into even more
Yes.
conversation and teaching and all of that. So inside of a group, it is a paid group, $20. It is a referral fee, 50% referral fee on it. So if you help Doc go out there and share it and sell it, he'll give you money for doing that. And we're going to grow this group. And we're really going to take all these people who keep asking for it. I don't know what to do. We're going to teach them what to do.
It's a one-time fee. It's not a monthly
Yeah.
fee. It's not a recurring fee. It's just a one-time drop in a bucket, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to be offered in this course, you may be asking? Well, once again, I'm glad you asked. So we are going to talk about, obviously, the starting off, the gear that you need. And what I did is I put the links in there to Amazon. And, of course, I didn't go for the expensive stuff. I went for, hey, we're on a budget here, right? We're starting off. And I really want to put out that, hey, if you're starting this and you're not quite sure if you're going to continue or not, don't buy the expensive stuff right off the bat, because you may do a month's worth and you may find out, I'm lazy. I don't want to do this anymore. Well, you're not out a whole bunch of money. But once you get the gear, what's next, right? So what's next is we have to learn how to structure our podcast. There's a lot of folks out there, and you know what? To each their own, that will go out and they'll just get online and they'll just start talking about absolutely nothing pertinent to anything.
Yeah.
So there's no real flow. There's no real structure, if you will. So when you click on structuring, we talk about, define your podcast purpose and audience. And that is the number. It's number one for a reason. You have to figure out who your target audience is
100%.
before you eat. I'd say that's more important than coming up with a name for your show. It's more important than coming up with when you want to do it. You got to define your target audience. And then once you do that, then you need to plan your episodes. Now, it's still a work in progress. There are some little generic forms that I'm going to put in here that will help you stay organized and keep on track. Matt and I use, we're pretty much in sync now.
Yeah.
But when we started, we used this form and it kept us on track. We had different segments and we were able to roll into each one. But the form kept us honest, if you will.
Yeah. Well, and okay, so another thing is, you talk about that, and you'll go through all this, and we'll talk about questioning. How do you actually manage it? As once we have the form, we have the segments, we have all that. There's an art form to interviewing somebody. There's an art form to asking questions. If I have you on my podcast, it's not just about me. I don't need to be the one talking, but I have to ask good open-ended questions that allow you to talk and guide you through. So we'll talk through all that. That's going to be key in this.
It's funny you mentioned interviewing because, look at that. We have a topic on interviewing and how to interview your guests.
Exactly.
We also have a topic on how to find guests. It's a basic course, but there's a lot of information in this basic course. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, so back to the original topic that what we started talking about is that you came in. We started working together 2 days. We came up with a strategy for you. We came up with a plan for you, and you're in here and you're building it out now because you have some goals
Hmm.
to build towards. And you said it. It's not ready yet, but it's not supposed to be ready yet. You're working hard, and that's a wonderful thing. And it's going to all fall into the podcasting community. The ultimate goal is right for us to build this podcasting community with podcasts from all genres. It's that library of podcasts where people can come in. You can find your different podcasts. We're building that family of podcasters, and we're building a way for people to find podcasting guests inside of the platform and all that. So it's going to be wonderful.
I don't know if you touched on the key word or not, but networking
Yeah.
is essential. And we're going to start building our own community, our own network of podcasters. So
Yeah.
this is really for everybody.
Exactly. It's exciting. I'm very impressed with you. Even though you're older than me, I'll call you young sensei. Because
Whatever.
no, it's really cool. It's cool that you sent me that thing. You took our conversation seriously the other day. We drew circles on a sheet of paper, like I was saying, and you took those circles and turned them into the diagram. And then from taking the diagram, you've now translated that into the community and the groups. And so, really excited. I think it's awesome that you've done it. Hey, Kyle, how are you?
What
Nice
up,
to see
Kyle?
you. But it's cool that you've gone out and done it. You've gone out and made it happen. So good work on you.
Well, I appreciate that. And it's just, it's a lot of work, but I think the benefit will far outweigh the amount of work that I have to do on the front end.
Hmm.
And yeah, of course, I am going to charge for it, but really, honestly, it's not really what it's about. But as long as we can get folks and we can start podcasting, and you've said it many times in the past that it is essential, especially if you belong to convenient communities. You've got to have either some video work, you got to have some podcasts, you got to have a way to get you. You have to market you, because if you
Yeah.
don't, no one else will.
That's right. Well, it's your content. And every time you do a show for me, it's content. I take it, I write it in a blog, or I take it, put it in an experience. And Convene is just one of the ways that you should do. We share out to Facebook and to YouTube and all the different things you can share out to, iHeartRadio. You can share out to all the different places that you can share out. Well, Convene is another place that you should share. You should create a group inside of Convene and share your podcast inside of Convene. And it allows for that two-way communication. It allows for you now to take that to the next level. Josh Griffith is a great example of somebody who now does a podcast with inside of his community. And he's able to, do the stuff that he does on TikTok, do the stuff that he does out there as an influencer, but then have that personal podcast that he does in there that lets his members interact with them. So we'll be teaching you all those things. We'll be talking through different techniques, different ways that you can do it. And pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be good.
Now, many of you know that I do produce podcasts for people. That's not what this is about.
Yeah.
This is not me trying to drive traffic for me to get folks to be clients. This is, hey, go out and do it on your own, and this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And then later on through the course, you're going to find that we go a little bit deeper. We talk about seminars. We actually do talk about producing, whether do you need to have a producer or can you do this on your own? And the honest answer is anyone can do this. However, there are folks out there that are really busy and don't have the time to do it.
Correct. So it's nice for me, Doc, that I show up on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights when we do our podcast, and I show up. We've communicated on the event, on whatever the podcast might be. You can watch it tonight at 8:00 as well. But you have it, you produce it for me. You have everything set up. So it's awesome, and I roll in there. But it's also that later this month, we have the Convene 24 virtual event, and you're going to be producing that as well. So people can see how an event can be produced and how they can eventually run a professional or seminar, all day seminar based around their content as well. So there's lots of different things that we can do. And I will plug you every day because you
Whoa,
make
wait
it
a
so
minute.
easy for me. Hey, whoa,
Take it
whoa.
easy there, pal.
No, but your services. devil dog. But
Cat.
no,
Cat.
it's a great thing. So if you are to the level that you need somebody to produce it or want that, then yeah, Doc can do that. But you can also do it on your own,
For
very
sure.
simply, very
For
simply,
sure.
and all that.
And
All right.
you know what? I'm not a real smart guy. So I made it simple enough for everyone to understand. If I can understand it, everyone else should be able to understand it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Hey, we just wanted to come on, talk about it. Come inside of Convene. Check out the podcasting community. These courses will be ready to go here in just the next couple of days. He's not going to sleep the next couple of days, but now he's building them out. They're all
Clearly.
going really well. Keep building them. Keep doing your thing. If you want to learn if you have an idea, if you have a passion, you have a story, and you want to learn how to do what Doc's done, and you want to come in and you want to do that, contact me. I'll take you through it. We'll get you up and running and get you going as fast as we possibly can. It's about taking action. You can keep kicking the can down the road all day long, but if you have something you want to do, you got to take action. And it takes a little bit of work, right, Doc?
Pull the trigger.
There we go.
Don't suffer from paralysis by analysis.
Exactly.
Because you can overthink it all day long and it will never get done. And I know there's a lot of folks out there with fantastic ideas and wonderful things to offer. Just do it, make it happen.
Yeah. All right. Good to go. Thanks. Thanks for just coming on with me. I want to talk about it. I appreciate all the hard work you're doing in that community. Let's go. Let's grow. This is awesome.
Does that mean we're done?
We're done. Check us out tonight, 8 o'clock. We'll be on.